Hey everybody, it's Miss Jones again. I am returning with our fourth form of poetry today for our poetry projects. We've done haikus, we have done cinquains, we've moved on to diamantes, and now we're going with acrostic poems. Acrostic, acrostic. These you are very, very familiar with. We have included them as parts of our regular classroom assignments. We've included them in character ed in the mornings. And so I'm going to review them. But again, I know it's something that you are really, really familiar with. So when we're dealing with an acrostic poem, the very first thing that happens is we choose a topic and we write that topic, but we write it in a vertical form. So I'm just going to choose the topic spring because I like spring. So I would spell spring vertically. I would spell it vertically. Okay? S-P-R-I-N-G. Now, every first letter of the word turns into a phrase that describes spring. So every line of the poem must point back to our topic, but we're using phrases to do so. And in those phrases, the first letter of that phrase must be whatever the letter is that that line begins with. So when I think about spring, I think about sunny days. Sunny days. I also think about plants awakening because they've been sleeping all winter. So, plants awakening. Let me get up. Well, how does that happen? Gotta have some raindrops, right? Gotta have some raindrops. So, raindrops on the roof. Raindrops on the roof. Okay, do you see how the first letter of my word spring is now formulating the first words of my line? Also notice I am not doing one word entries. I am actually doing phrases that consist of at least two or more words. Okay, at least two or more words. So be mindful of that. We will not be doing one word phrases. We will have one word lines. I'm sorry. We will be doing phrases that consist of two or more words. All right. So we have sunny days, plants awakening, raindrops on the roof, interesting clouds, because clouds kind of look funny in the spring to me. They have all different kinds of shapes, so they're interesting clouds. Interesting clouds. And we have some new flowers popping up. I think we have some new flowers popping up. And then the last thing I think of is gray skies because it does rain a lot in the spring. So, gray skies. Okay, now that's our basic acrostic style poem. Okay, our basic acrostic style poem. Now, you know me, ladies and gentlemen, I don't like things basic. I like to take it to a whole nother level. So, I want you, after you may have formulated something simple, I want you to go back in and think, ooh, can I add some similes? Can I add some metaphors? Maybe some personification, feeling, all right? I don't want it just to be basic. I want to add through. So when I go back through my poem, I may say, sunny days. I like that. Simple, great way to start the poem out. Wonderful. But when I get to plants awakening, I want to add something a little bit more. So because there's already personification here, I want to take that to another level. So I'm going to add to this line, and I'm going to say plants awakening as they yawn up in a new season. Okay? Plants awakening, yawning in a new season. So the plants are awakening and they're yawning to a new season. Okay? Raindrops on the roof. Well, what are they doing? I want to say dancing or maybe drumming. I want to have some sound, some imagery, something that goes a little bit deeper than just raindrops on the roof. So I may say raindrops on the roof dancing to the sound of spring music. How's that sound? I like it. Raindrops on the roof dancing to a springtime song. There we go. Okay. Now we go to our interesting clouds. Yes, well, what are they doing? Can we add something to that that could be a little bit more figurative, a little bit more imagery maybe? So maybe I have interesting clouds peeking through the sky. All right. I like that. Okay. Now, as you can see, we started out with something similar, very simple acrostic poem, but then we actually expounded on it, adding our similes and metaphors and personification to make the poem come more alive. Okay. And to make it a little bit deeper than just something very simplistic. All right. So, as you go through, ladies and gentlemen, once you have formulated your acrostic poem, I would like for you to make sure you go back over it again and make sure that you have incorporated similes, metaphors, personification, imagery, those things that can bring your poem more to life. All right? So we have sunny days, plants awakening, yawning in a new season, raindrops on the roof, dancing to a springtime song, interesting clouds peeking through the sky, new flowers being born every minute. And then we have gray skies. And what are they doing? Hovering above our heads. Those are the images that I experience in springtime. So my acrostic is spring, words going vertically. First letter begins the word of each line of our poem. Remember, our lines are not single word lines, but they are phrases that consist of at least two words. But again, we want to add that imagery and that figurative language so that it makes it more clear to the reader. All right. So, what I want you guys to do, I want you to be able to formulate an example of an acrostic poem of your own, an original one of your own. So I want you to choose a topic, write that topic vertically up and down, use the first letter of each one of those words to formulate the lines of your poetry. And my expectation is no single line, no single word lines. They need to consist of at least two or more word phrases. And I want similes, the metaphor, figurative language, that personification, that imagery that brings your poem to life. Okay? Again, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving forward in our poetry projects. We are going to be done and they are going to be awesome and I'm going to be so excited for you. And so will you and your family. So I'll be in touch with you again really, really soon, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day.